Hi there and welcome. I'm Singh, and in today's video, I'm going to share with you three things, the three major things that can help you to literally achieve anything that you seriously want to achieve in your life. But before I dig into the topic, I want to bring your attention to something serious. And more precise, I want to ask you a question. Do you really have goals? Now, when I say goals, there is a definition of goals that I learned from my mentor, Bob Proctor. Bob Proctor said that the goals, one that scares you and excites you at the same time, are the right goals to go after. So ask yourself, do you really have goals that scares you and excites you at the same time? That means when you look at your goals, they paint a picture into your mind of the feeling you will have of a better future, of a better life. Do you have such kind of goals that inspires you, that just motivates you from within to unleash the power that resides within you and use it to its fuller expression and use it to its fuller potential? Do you have such goals that scares you and excites you? There's one thing that I'm very sure about. When this year started, we all set amazing goals for ourselves. Some of you have set new resolutions of losing a weight. Some of you have set new resolutions of having a raise in your income. Some of you have set a new year resolution and a new year goal to go and quit your job and do your own business. And guess what? Now we are into the third month of the year. And I know 95% of you who had made the decision at the starting of the year to achieve something bigger has left your dreams on the table. That's the sad reality. Most of the New Year resolution, most of the goals that people set for themselves, they leave their goals within few months, within few weeks, back again on the table. That's not something new. That's the procedure, or that's the pattern you have been following year after year, year after year. Now, how I can be so sure about it? Because I have gone through the same. I have been following the same pattern year after year after year, until I don't grasp it, how to break through this barrier. And once I got the keys to the kingdoms, once I know that how to break through this barrier, I started going after my dreams one after the other. That's what you're going to learn in this video. The three things that can have a biggest impact on your life. What are those three things? And what they do basically? These three things help you to tap in within you and use the potential that resides within you. Why most people are not going after their dreams? Why they just step back? Why their dreams are waiting on the table? Because they never learned how to use the potential that is within them. And these three things, these three tips, they will set up the foundation to have a long-lasting success in every aspect of your life. So let's dig into the three things that can change your life forever. Number one, be a child. Be a child. What does it mean to be a child? When this thought came to my mind for the first time, be a child, I started thinking about that. What does it mean to be a child? And then I took myself back to my own childhood and I started recognizing that what I did when I was a child. What are the few things that I did differently when I was a child? And I came up with two qualities that I was born with. Even there were more, but those were the two that we all are born with. We will talk about them in a few moments. But before that, I want to elaborate on the concept of being a child. Being a child means being free of logic, being free of self-limiting beliefs that other people are imposing on you. Just imagine when you was a child, if you want something, you want it. No matter what anyone else is saying. No matter whatever anyone else is saying to you, what someone told you, it doesn't make any sort of difference to your want. If you want it, you want it. That's it. Game over. And you want it bad enough. And even if you're not able to get it, you don't let it go. You hold on to your visions. You hold on to your wishes. And sooner or later, you have your desires. You know why? Because you were persistent. You have the quality of being persistent with your desires, and you have the imagination. These are the two things that we were born with: the persistent, the imagination, the persistence and the imagination. Yes, there are many more things, but these are the few talents and abilities that we had naturally when we were a little child. But as we grew older, we have been conditioned by the environment, and we stopped using these things. There are one few common things that we hear from people when we were growing. People used to tell us, don't behave like a child, be mature. And when we keep on listening to these things over and over and over again, when we went into schools, school conditioned us to just grasp information. They never taught us how to execute the information that is already there within our mind. And we stopped using our higher faculties, our imagination, and we forget about how to be a child. Napoleon Hill talks about imagination in his book. He said, imagination is one of the most marvelous, miraculous, inconceivably powerful force ever existed on this world. Imagination. Most people are not using it. You know why? Because they forget how to be a child. So the tip number one is be a child. Take yourself again back to that place where you was building images of a bright future into your mind without any logicals, without any logics. You was building those images and you was not letting any sort of logic to be there in your mind. You know why? Because you didn't know about any logics. There is a quote from Van Gogh when he said, I dream my painting and I paint my dream. That's what you have to do. You dream your painting. That means you dream about your visions, your goals, and then you paint your dreams. That means you create your dreams, you create your visions, and you manifest them into the physical reality by taking action. Tip number two, thing number two that not many people do is not making decisions. People have forgot to be a child. That's number one. And number two is what people not doing is making decisions. There is a book that I have in my hand right now. It's Think and Grow Rich from Napoleon Hill. Bob Proctor has been studying this book from 57 years, and Napoleon dedicated a complete chapter on decision in this book. And I would like to read few lines for you from this book and help you to understand that what does it mean by decision? What Napoleon means by decision. He said, the accurate analysis of over 25,000 men and women who had experienced failure disclosed the fact that lack of decision was near head of the list of 30 major causes for failure. That means, now this is a fact, that's not just a theory. They have experimented that, interviewed most successful people in the world, and everyone tell that the people who become successful and the people who stay stuck in their life, it's a matter of the decisions that they are making. And he elaborated on that again in the next paragraph. He said, analysis of several hundred people who had accumulated fortunes well beyond the $1 million mark disclosed the fact that every one of them had the habit of reaching decisions quickly, promptly, and changing them slowly if and often they have to change it. And on the other side, what does failure do? They reach decisions very slowly and they change them very quickly. So ask yourself, what kind of decisions you have been making in the past? Ask yourself whether you're making decisions quickly and changing them slowly, or you're making decisions quickly or whether you're making decisions slowly and changing them quickly. in which category you are. And you can have the answer by looking at your results. If your results are not good enough, then probably you're not making the right kind of decisions. You have to make decisions. That's the tip number 2. If you really want to achieve something in your life, don't hold back. Don't let paradigms to decide for you. You decide for yourself. And always remember, once you make a decision, you tune yourself into a higher level of frequency. And once you tune yourself into a higher level of frequency, you're going to attract whatever is on this level of frequency. As we are living in the world, we are operating by vibrations, and vibrations is a level of frequencies. The moment you shift your decision, you shift yourself onto a different plane of understanding. And on that plane of understanding, the resources you're going to attract, the people you're going to attract, they all are going to be different. And successful people has observed it in their life. They make decisions very quickly and they change it very slowly. If and often they have to change it. And the third thing that make one of the most significant difference in my life was having a mentor. If you stop me anywhere in the world and ask me, Supir, what is the one thing that changed your life? I will tell you exactly that having a mentor made a huge difference in my life. Because having a mentor just give you access to their experience in life so that you won't make the same mistakes that they had made. You can follow the advice of them and you can achieve something in a quicker time than usually you will be achieving when you're trying your own hit and trial. So having a mentor makes a lot of difference. It's just like you got the direction and all you have to do is follow some suggestions to make a big difference in your life. So, do you really have a mentor? If not, I highly recommend you to go and find one. If you feel resonate with me, I would love to be your mentor and help you in this journey of ever unfolding success and not finishing, not ending success, everlasting success. If you really want to achieve that, I'm here to help you. So just to summarize what we have covered today, we talked about the 3 things that can make a huge impact in your life and help you to achieve any goal in your life. Number 1, be a child. Be a child. Doesn't matter whatever you're doing, be a child. Don't let anyone else's logic to control your thinking. Instead, be a child, understand all the resources, people, help that you seek is already there in the universe. All you have to do is just shift yourself onto a different frequency and attract them. What you have to do for that, you have to follow the tip number 2. That is, make decisions quickly, promptly, and firmly that this is what I want and don't hold yourself back. Number 3, find a mentor who can show you how to achieve your goals. Follow these 3 things and you will never fail in your life. I can assure you that. I have gone through the same. You can also go through the same and achieve the success that you're seeking. So that's the message from today. We will be back soon with another amazing content. Till then, take care, guys, and live the life the way you want to live. And don't let anyone else dictate how you should live your life. Take care. Bye-bye. We'll talk to you soon in another video and another message about your life and how we can make your life a better life. Bye-bye, guys.